could be possible back then. It could be possible again. Second of all, Matthew and Zine, you guys opened the sports store. That's a big source of revenue. We're going to use that also to cooperate with sport clubs, making new designs for our students, selling new stuff, not just clothes. Who wants clothes all the time?
Thank you. Okay, so these are going to be... These are going to be 45-second responses or comments to his question. Since he spoke about you guys, you can start there, or spoke to you guys. So do you guys have anything to say? Any responses? No. Just keep your dreams? Nothing to say? Okay. Back to general questions. Okay. So this seems to fall in line with what's been being brought up. We're going to start from here and go around there. Will you make a constitution and keep to it? And how can the students trust you on that pledge? 1 minute and 30 seconds. Ready, go.
I think that the only thing we've done throughout this year is invoke trust in the students. So many students feel left out by the student union. Talking to students over the course of this campaign, I can't tell you how many times, and I think all my fellow candidates can attest to this, we run up to people, we ask them, hey, do you want to sign this? And they say, I don't care about the student union, they can't help me, they can't do anything, they're just there for themselves. But looking at what we've done, I've never come across a person, when I tell them, hey, you know the automatic paper towel dispensers in the bathrooms? I did that for you, not for myself. Can anyone go and then say, oh yeah, you are factoring for yourself? That always changes people's ideas, and so that's why you can believe in us. And we have some more specifics on actually writing the Constitution on our website. We're limited in what we can say now, but for what more we can fit in, Anna.
So by holding a convention of student representatives from each homeroom, we'll be electing these people democratically. We'll be increasing the amount of students and their opinions. So when we write this constitution, we won't be writing a constitution once elected in office to fit our own agenda. We'll be writing a constitution that fits the students, that is written by the students, so that we serve them well.
Look, I mean, that's just not fair to rewrite a constitution behind closed doors without the consent of the students and to say that that's democratic. It's just a bunch of people doing whatever they can to get reelected. That's why the SU has managed to survive year after year. It's continuing with policies that leave the majority of students out in the blind so that they can continue to cater to a small group of students, run a $6,000 deficit just so that they can gain 500 votes and get reelected every year. We're here to bring in more students and increasing the number of voters. Thank you.
Perfect sense. So Kadri, same question. 1 minute, 30 seconds, ready, go.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly respond to the fact that that he's done automatic paper towel dispensers. So we're doing other things as the SU. We have a variety of things that we have to do over the course of the SU, and this is a problem we face because we've noticed that other people can work better on these sort of things. So we're going to work with students. We're going to create task forces that will focus on really establishing and keep working on pretty much everything all at the same time. And they want to rewrite the SU Constitution. I think that's extremely unfeasible in that the apathy is so high right now that we're not going to be able to really have students from every single homeroom that will be elected to really do something about this. Now, this is something we want to solve because we do have a huge communication representation platform. In terms of rewriting, in terms of amending the Constitution, there aren't too many issues with the Constitution right now. However, we're going to reanalyze everything that has occurred within the beginning of the year and everything else that will occur, and we're going to propose amendments to our Executive Council and caucuses in order to really fix it.
Right. Yeah, and of course we're going to have the council of the other student forum organizations as well as the rest of the members of our cabinet to get more feedback on how our current constitution can be improved, as well as the current seniors at the moment. Of course, we'll have to implement all of our ideas into the Constitution so that they can have a lasting effect for the future classes of Stuyvesant High School. Thank you.
Yep. Austin, same question, 1 minute, 30 seconds, ready, go. Okay.
I'm thirsty. If you listen closely to my fellow candidates, you will have no idea what in the world they're saying. Instead of saying students this, students that, you like this, you like that, all we have to do is, first of all, the members of the cabinet, I cannot use my friends. We need to appoint new leaders based on interviews, all sorts of testing. Get new leaders, and then this way, it prevents nepotism, cronyism. And I use this group of student leaders to decide for a new constitution. And the thing is, we cannot just change the constitution completely. We need to use amendments. Whatever works, we keep it. Whatever doesn't work, we get rid of it. It's that simple. We don't need flowery language here. It's just nobody can understand. So keep it simple, be practical, and then just get to work.
Okay. Oh, what did I say, 30? 30 seconds, response, comments. Starting with you guys, ready, go.
So thank you to Sheen for mentioning the amount of apathy that currently exists in our student body. And it's very important to mention that this is apathy that has manifested itself within 5 years of combined administration within the Matthew Sheen ticket.
And when you look at the current administration, I mean, it just makes you question whether or not they'd actually be able to rewrite a constitution that would in fact represent the students. You see the Manchester time and time again violated the Constitution, giving positions in the SU to editors of Spectators, to members, high members in the SDC. They haven't followed the Constitution. They already have. We have no reason to believe that they would continue to actually follow a Constitution that they wrote.
Time's up. Thank you. Okay. 30 seconds, response period, ready, set, go.
All right. So over the past few years, we've worked to increase our communication and really step up and essentially work to fight apathy and keep people informed. The more informed people are, the more they are able to really understand what's going on in the SU and pretty much get less apathetic over time. So what we also want is we want greater representation within the student union. So we're going to bring in the Stuyvesant Students Forum, which is an executive council made up of Arista, Big Sibs, and Spectator, and we're going to bring them into the executive council and essentially give them voting privileges to let them vote within the SU executive council.
Thank you, Justine. Okay. Any responses or comments? Okay. So, next general question. Okay. So, the first days of school are always hectic, and the programming office is generally very busy during those days. So what would you be able to do to help the students, and I'm assuming particularly incoming freshmen, to get used to Style? So we're starting on this side. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Go.
So we do have a plan to initiate an improved locker trading system. This year we switched over systems we switched over the systems that the students use to get grades and locker information. So there was a bit of rough patch, as well as there was a changing of hands of the AP of Technology position. So we had a rough patch this year, but we have a plan for next year to institute these goals. As well as when the freshmen come in for the Big Sib Camp Sci Part 2, before the beginning of the year, we want a chance to speak with them, tell them our advice about STI, and give them more information about some of the biggest organizations here so that they can get a leg up on becoming a part of the Stuyvesant community.
Also, we want to work to establish essentially a mailing list for all the incoming freshmen to fight apathy from the roots, from the beginning, from the bottom. And as we do this, we'll be able to essentially help them in any way possible. We're going to send out messages explaining to them what STI is like and how they can fit into STI and how they can work with programming offices to fix the problems they have. So we'll be solving these problems from the beginning, and we're going to be able to solve everything from the start. And we'll be able to essentially help the incoming freshmen in every way possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Same question, 1 minute, 30 seconds, ready, go.
Personally, I think Matt and Justine will scare them away. High school life in the beginning, it has to be hectic. It's impossible to resolve. They're going to be nervous no matter what, even if you talk to them, even if you're the hottest guy in school. They're going to be very, very, very nervous. So, only thing we can do is promote more events for them. Clean our school, make our school better, renovate the rooms, the hallways, keep our school clean. It's nothing much. I don't think that's a big problem, to be honest. Anyone, even if the student government is very efficient, when they come to Stuyvesant, they'll still be scared. It's a process. It takes time. So there's nothing much we can do immediately. All we can do is assist them in some ways. For example, as you said, talk to them. give advice. But right now there is a advice page, and then our fellow students are already helping them. So right now I think the situation is good, and we don't need a very specific solution. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, same question, 1 minute 30 seconds, ready, go.
For our student body, the most chaotic time is probably choosing electives and choosing our course selections. And we all remember the Facebook pages that are constantly swamped with posts, questions, because the information offered on Stuyvesant website isn't very updated, doesn't provide enough information for students to make these decisions. We want to improve that for students by working with the administration to provide better course descriptions that will be written by the teachers, information about which teachers teach which courses will be provided so that this will be more effective for students to know which course they want to take.
In addition to that, we want to create a locker trading system for freshmen to be able to have. I know that's something that Tessina Matt copied and pasted from JAM's platform last year. And if you want to go on their website and read basically what their platform is this year, feel free to do so. But again, promising the same things over and over again that haven't been accomplished. We've talked to Ms. Pedrick about this. We've gotten reasons for why we can't trade lockers currently legally. So we're working on creating an online system for students to do that, so the administration can monitor that. Additionally, we want to make sure that students feel comfortable in the school. Understand they have a student union that fights for them, not running around other parts of the city. We showed the freshmen that we care about them in the beginning of the year when we fought for the first ever freshman caucus debate in recent history. They knew that there were students who, if they wanted something to get done, were willing to do whatever they had to fight for them and make sure that they got their voices heard. That's what matters when you're a freshman in school, having your voice heard, knowing that the student union is your union. Thank you.
Chad. Okay. 30 second response, final